We're
conducting post-mortems on 207 deceased persons. There are around 450 injured persons. Under the instructions of the President, action is taken to impose police curfew across the island. Those who are engaged in essential duties can produce their identity cards during the period and gain passage. And those who want to fly abroad can show their passports to the security personnel. And if anybody wants to engage in any emergency journeys, they can obtain a special pass from the relevant police station. All these operations are being conducted under the senior DIG of the CID. We have the support of the Tri-Forces for these security measures as well.
Meanwhile, a special operations centre has been set up at the Ministry of Defence, which the public can contact via the emergency number 011 232 2485. A coordinating centre has also been set up at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for information regarding foreigners. The public can contact the centre via emergency number 011 232 3015.
We're conducting investigations to find out whether information that officials received were disregarded or whether they never received such information on these attacks. We're also conducting investigations as to the authenticity of the document that is being circulated in social media. We have arrested 3 persons in connection with the attack in Dematagoda. It is not yet confirmed. The possibilities are either suicide bombing or placing explosives at the venues well in advance. We suspect that the incident in Katana might have been a suicide attack, but it needs to be confirmed through investigations.
මේ විමර්ශනයක් කෙරෙන්න ඕනනේ අපිට ඒවා කියන්න.
මේ ලිපියේ කොටස ඒක තාමත් වැදගත් මේ අවස්ථාවේ මොකද නියෝජ්‍ය පොලිස්පතිතුමාගේ අත්සනින් නිකුත් වෙන ලිපියක්.
අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම අපි කඩිනම් පිළිතුරක් ලබා දෙනවා විමර්ශන නිලධාරීන් සම්බන්ධ කරගෙන හෙට වගේම.
Meanwhile, speaking at an emergency media briefing earlier today, the State Minister of Defence went on to say that relevant authorities will take all necessary action against any extremist group operating in the country, adding that the CID, the police and Tri-Forces are conducting necessary investigations to apprehend the culprits.
On behalf of the government, I want to express my deepest sympathies to all the people who lost their lives and who have been injured by these explosions. We have taken all the necessary precautions to keep this country safe and the people safe. We have been speaking with the Secretary of Defence, with the 3 forces commanders as well as the IGP of the Inspector General of Police, and we have now decided to impose an island-wide curfew just so that until these things settle down. As the government, we will take all necessary action against any extremist group that is operating in our country. We shall not give any chance for these extremist groups to operate and do what they have been doing for the past few days. We will take the necessary actions. We will go after them. Whatever religious extremism that they are following, we will take the necessary actions against them, and we will stop these groups from operating in this country in the future, in the near future. Right now, the CID, the police, and the 3 forces are doing all the investigations. We believe that all the culprits who have been involved in this unfortunate terrorist incident will be taken into custody as soon as possible. They have been identified and they are taking the necessary investigation, and they will be taken into custody as soon as possible.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Defence issued a special statement to media to express regret and dismay over the attacks that took place today. On behalf of the government and Defence Forces, Secretary of Defence Hemasiri Fernando called on all Sri Lankans to act with utmost restraint and patience. The Defence Secretary also said that immediate investigations were launched into these attacks and action will be taken to apprehend all responsible as soon as possible.